And then, no, this is just Ripper. Ripper getting dressed.
How's your alchemy?
Should I pause?
No. So, who are you?
I am Ripper Moore. No relation. I play Sir Henry Clifford, 2nd Earl of Cumberland, and father of George Clifford, who eventually becomes Queen Elizabeth's champion.
And that's the one that...
Yeah, the famous one, yeah. Queen Elizabeth I, daughter of King Henry, known as Good Queen Bess, one who defeated the Armada and patron Shakespeare and all that fun stuff. Yeah, she had a number of champions, but George Clifford, who is about 3 at this point, but he was a heck of a guy. He was Queen's champion for longer than anybody else, and wrong hat. And he was an admiral and a poet. Not a very good poet in my opinion, but a poet.
So,
And Henry Clifford was his father, and that's who I play here.
so as the Jousters here at the Maryland Renaissance Fair, you play actual historical characters.
Some of us, not all of us. I do. Sir John Bashir, played by Larry Paterka, was a real guy. And William Howard of Effingham was also a real guy. So sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. It's not mandated. I just thought it'd be a cool thing to do.
And I shouldn't have said this before, I'm sorry, but you're not going to hear my questions in the documentary.
Okay.
So if you could somehow rephrase my question in your answer.
That would be
great.
all right, sure.
Thank you. So tell me, why did you want to become a jouster?
Why did I want to become a jouster? Well, what little boy growing up didn't want to be a knight in shining armor? You know, I grew up on stories of Ivanhoe and Lancelot and deeds of daring do and chivalry and horses, and when I got the opportunity, I thought I was dreaming. And I really actually didn't know what I was getting into. But once I was into it, I just suddenly one day, after a couple of years of doing it, was able to turn around and go, I'm a knight in shining armor for a living. Wow! How many people get to say that?
So what were you getting into?
Well, at first I just thought, to be fair, Roy said, do you want to be a knight? Do you want to be a jouster? I said, what? You're going to teach me how to ride? He said, sure. And I went, okay. I had no idea what it entailed. I only vaguely knew what a jouster was. So I started taking riding lessons, and after a while, after I learned to ride more or less, he started putting armor on me. And let me tell you, when you're learning to ride, when you first put greaves and sabatons on, you learn how to ride all over again. And then he started putting a lance in one hand and a shield in the other. You learn how to manipulate those while riding, and you learn how to ride all over again. And then you put on armor up to here, and your center of balance changes, and you learn how to ride all over again. And then finally, they put a helmet on you and close the visor, and 80% of your vision goes away. And you learn how to ride all over again. And that's really what I was getting into, not just the riding, but learning what all the other stuff that it entailed. And it was I came to the realization that every job you can ever get into involves a certain amount of horse crap. And in my case, I had the literal as well as the metaphorical.
So you said you get to be a knight in shining armor for a living. Is this what you do for a living?
This is what I do for a living, yes. In the off season, I'll find a disposable job. I've done handyman stuff, groundskeeping, caretaking, worked in warehouses. Just something that I can, once the fair season opens again, that I can put it aside and go out in the field. But yeah, this is my main source of income, is being a knight in shining armor.
So you make income from doing this?
Oh yes. No, yeah, I don't do this for free, I promise. No, I couldn't afford to do it for free. This takes up, depending on the year, as much as 3/4 of my year. So I couldn't afford to do it for free. It'd be nice to be able to afford to do it for free, but I can't.
So are you a professional athlete then?
You could say that professional athlete, professional performer. If you'd asked me what I wanted to be when I was a kid, I would have said an actor. You know, I took theater in college, did community theater when I got the chance, and so forth. And so this is, in a way, it combines both. When we joust, we're really jousting. The hits are real, the armor is real, the lances are real, and the competition is real. But there's still elements of theater to it. After all, I'm pretending to be someone else, and a dramatic presentation to the crowd is very important. Getting them involved in the process. You know, so what would who would follow a sport if the athletes never looked at the fans? Never sided the fan, never signed autographs or any of that.
So is this a sport or is this entertainment?
Yes. Yes, this is a sport. Yes, this is entertainment. Well, you know, no one goes to a baseball game for intellectual pursuit. They go to be entertained. They go to watch the competition. And in addition to you know the physical competing with my other knights, I'm also trying to put on a little bit of dramatic presentation to the crowd. I don't exaggerate the hits or try and fall dramatically or anything like that. That's entirely genuine. It's entirely real. But you do spend at least a little energy projecting and trying to get the crowd involved and being aware that you're in the public eye the entire time.
So this is something then that is actually happening. It's not something that the fair puts on and decides what's going to happen.
Oh no. This is really happening. Every time we go out there, it's entirely a competition. You know, the game. Someone actually accuses us of choreographing the games one time. And I was like, how the heck can you choreograph a game? No, the little equestrian games where we're jousting at rings and blocks. That's entirely that we do that to practice our skills because it all carries over. Riding the horse, aiming, hand-eye coordination. It helps us practice for jousting, and so we're really doing that. Comes to the baston course where we're trying to knock the feather off the other knight's helm. We're really trying to knock the other guy's feather off the helm, and we're really trying to keep our own while we do it. And of course, the jousting is 100% real. There's no what's the word? Not faking it. And that one especially. Once I'm in the list, the crowd goes away. I don't see anything except the other knight, and I don't hear anything except the squires and the other knight telling me what the guy at the other end of the list is doing.
So tell me what it's like to be up there. Okay.
What was the question again?
Tell me what it's like to be up there on that horse.
What's it like to be up on the horse? A lot of different things. There's no simple answer to that. But especially once the helmet's closed, there's a sense of invincibility, and there's also a sense of fragility, because when you're in sync with the horse and the horse is moving with you and you're moving with him, you feel like a juggernaut. You feel, and by the same token, you're very aware of how the horse is moving, and you're careful to move with him because you know that if he goes one way and if he shifts one way and you shift another, you'll part company. And it's a very you have to be careful and you have to be aware of the horse the entire time.
I can't actually answer that. Why I'm getting dressed is for the Bog March, the Green Man March today. As to how I became involved, it was a coincidence. Something I enjoy doing. I've always been woodland and tree oriented. Feel better in the woods than I do out in the city. And basically that's it.
So what is your involvement with the fair? How are you able to do this march?
You have to be employed by the fair or by someone at fair before you can participate in the march. So I do work a few days a year, which qualifies me for the march.
What do you work doing?
Running errands, heavy lifting, whatever the lady that sponsors me requires.
So why do you work at the fair just so you can do the Green Man March?
Yes and no. It's not a clear-cut answer. It was probably the involvement with BOG that made me seek employment at the fair, but I was always willing to lend a hand for anybody that asked for help. So it made it more official.
Were you a BOG person first or a fair person first?
Fair person first. Been here for years.
How many years?
It's been over 12. I don't know how many for sure.
Is Maryland a special fair for you?
Yes, it's my home fair. I come here every weekend. If I'm not working, I'm here as a participant, as a patron. So either or. I'm here every weekend.
Why is it so special here?
The grounds, the people, the other patrons that come in, the employees, everybody. It's just like one big family. I can't explain it.
Do you have any wonderful, fun stories about any of the past BOG marches?
I'll skip over that one.
What happens on the BOG march?
We go around and bless the booths, offer harvest blessings to individuals in the streets and the pathways, and bless the vendors' booths. Offer them harvest blessings.
And what does your outfit mean?
It has no meaning aside from being green.
No meaning aside from being green?
Just being green.
What is being green?
Environmentally conscious, environmentally aware. A love of nature.
And do you find all of that happening here at fair?
Yes, a lot of it. Fair people are the best people.
Can we see you putting your mask on?
Surely. Dear, can you tie this for me? I know you're busy right now.
You can look for Captain
Okay. Now acorns now. If you want
No, you don't.
pine
Okay.
cones, you'll have
It
to.
looks great.
Turn around.
You just feeling crappy today? Is that what's up?
Right here.
No, just overtime.
I need another hand.
You need another hand. With what?
Never mind. Get your hands out of there. I don't need your hands.
Didn't you just say you needed another hand?
It was amazing because the doctor told me to stay on pain medication until pain goes away, right?
Tighter?
Not yet, it ain't.
The worst part's
Tie enough.
Yes, that's good.
and by the time I left, I wasn't feeling all that bad because they had me on a lot of good stuff.
Now, are you also involved in BOG?
Never been on a lot of different
With him, yes, but it's a manly. They take the men now. They're considering bringing the women in, but they wouldn't be called Paul, would they?
No, we're looking at starting a separate not a chapter, but a separate organization within the chapter.
Then
To,
help
for
the
women?
get involved with it. And
So what's your involvement now, just to help them get dressed?
gathering pine cones, gathering acorns.
Helping me put together my outfit.
How long did this outfit take to put together?
It took a, what, day? 2 days?
About 2
We
days.
had to
working
figure
on
out
it.
what, after we got the netting, we had to figure out what to put on it.
How did you make that decision?
Time of the year for one thing. Something to help brighten things up a little.
Anything else?
It's beautiful, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you still got a butterfly on your
Yes.
hat.
Yes.
Okay.
I've got 2 on my stick.
Anyway, I came home, she was saying she had
Okay.
by yourself.